Hi everyone, my name is Sheila and we're about to do a stretch body awareness class. All right, let's start with our legs close together and our back straight and just drop our knees over to the side. So we're getting a little action in that lower back. Up and over to the other side. Let's take 3 of those. Up and over, breathe, up and over. And keep going. To the left. One more step, over to the right. And over to the left. Good. Sitting up tall, once again, divine flesh out from underneath us, and our feet are coming together, and now we're going to open both legs out to the side. Getting a little bit of action in that hip and inner thigh. And out. And close. 2 more. Way out there. And close. Excellent. And out. And close. Good. Let's swing our legs underneath us and come into a sitting position onto our heels. Backs are straight. And we're going to lift the hips up and bring them down. So as we lift the hips up, we're coming into an upright position with our torso down. 2 more. Lift up and down. Excellent. Up and down. Now we're going to slide our hips over to the side and drop the hip down, and then come up and shift over to the other side. So if any of you are feeling a little trepidation about doing this with your knees bent, you can modify this position or use a bolster. Or you put something underneath the knees if you'd like to. And over, and here's our last time. Reaching over to the side and over to the side. Good, coming up right. Coming up all the way up, we're going to open up this right leg into a wide position. This leg is parallel, that's turned out, and just press through. So again, hip and inner thigh work here, and come up right. Repeat, pressing out and opening up in the inside thigh, and up. Press it out, and up. And last time, press it out and up, coming back up into your standing position on your knees. We're going to go to the other side. Here we go. And press out. Feel that stretch. And up. Repeat. Press it out and up. Nice. 2 more. Out and up and out. Way out there. And up. Good. Bring the legs back in, sitting down. And now we're going to lie down. We're still going to be focusing on those hips for quite some time. So our knees are bent. We've got our arm out to protect us, our head. If you want a pillow there, you can, but the spine is truly straight. Now we're going to lift this front top hip over in front of us. Stretch out that bottom leg somewhat. It doesn't have to be fully stretched. And now we're going to push the hip forward. So we're rolling towards our face, going towards the floor, and then push with the hand to push that hip back. So we're really making our hip motivate what happens to the rest of our body and push it back. And it should feel kind of good to move this hip out. It's almost like when you're a kid, you sleep with your knee bent and your head may be face planted to the pillow. And last time, push it out. Good. And come up and back. Excellent. Come back to a neutral position. Let's bring both knees in now. And now we're going to keep the legs more or less locked there. We're going to take this bent arm and reach it to the front, way out as far as you can, and then lift that arm up and reach it to the back. So we're opening up in the elbow and the shoulder area there, coming through. Slide, reach, lift up, bring it to the back. You might have to bend that elbow if you've got a wall behind you like I am. If you don't have a wall behind you, then keep that arm straight so you can really open up. We're working on a diagonal stretch. So the upper body is going to the back. You'll feel that in your spine, shoulder, maybe collarbone. And last time, reach it forward, way out there. Lift up and open and let it reach back. Good. Come back to your neutral position. Now realign yourself to make sure that you've got the back nice and long from the arm above you down to the tailbone. We're going to take a deep breath in. As we exhale, we're going to flex that top foot and drive that heel out as we allow this hand to press, and we get a little curve here in the side body there. So we're reaching out. Again, we're working through that hip area in a slightly different way. And then release and let it settle. Let's take another deep breath in. Exhale, flex, drive, and push. Now this exercise here that we're doing is based on a Feldenkrais exercise. Reach that way out there, which is a somatic technique to really open the body up. Here's our third one. Deep breath in, flex that top foot, drive it out, push. Get that curve in that spine. Heel goes way out. We're going to stay here. Take a deep breath in and exhale and push a little bit more out. So we're getting a little bit more reach through that hip area. Good. Release, let the legs come down and just settle for a moment and notice how this whole side of your body feels. Now we're going to push up by getting that top leg going out and roll up through the spine and take that whole series to the other side. So here we go. We're bending the knees, reaching the arm out underneath us, making sure that the hand in front is there to support you. We're going to lift this top hip up, bring it to the front, in front of the other knee, and then stretch that bottom leg out a little bit. And here we go. We're pushing that hip out, rolling towards the floor with our face, opening up the inside hip, and then push that hip back and allow the upper body to go with it. So from here, push and reach, way out. What do you feel moving here? And back. What part of your body feels it the most? We have two more, reaching out. Good. And come up and push to the back. And last time, reach it out. Push. Way out there. And coming back and allowing that hip to go to the back of the row there. Good. Coming back to neutral, bending the legs, stack them up, and let's take that whole movement with our arm. Making sure the back is straight, hand to tailbone. Reaching that top arm out, way out there, lifting it up and reaching to the back, opening up the torso and the collarbone. And repeat, reach out to the front, lift it up, following the fingers with your eyes, up and open. Where do you feel this the most? It could be numerous places. And reach, going to the front. Lift it up, reaching to the back, opening out collarbone, armpit, spine, and last time, reach it forward, way out there, lift it up, coming out to the back, and letting the upper body go with you. Good. And then come back to neutral position. Realign yourself. And using this hand in front, we're going to take a deep breath in. Flex that top foot and go into that Feldenkrais exercise where we're pushing the heel out. And you might find by this time you get more movement going on here because we've done the other side. And release and let it settle. Breath in. Exhale, flex. Drive that heel out. This should feel good. It should be opening up some places in your hip, in your lower spine. And release and let go. Here's the last time. Deep breath in. Exhale, flex, drive, and push it out. Good. Now we're going to stay here. Deep breath in. As we exhale, we're going to push that heel a little bit more, which is going to give you a little more work in that hip and lower back area. Good. And release and settle. From here, we're sitting up the way that we know how to do this so we don't jar that spine, and we come to an upright position. Excellent. Let's come into a folded knee position, one leg in front of the other. We're not trying to bring the legs super close to the torso, and divine flesh is out from underneath. And you may find this whole area of your body feels a little bit more stable and lengthened. So from here, let's work with just the head. Chin goes down and chin goes up. Chin goes down and chin comes up. Chin goes down and chin up. Last time, drop it down, feel the back of the neck opening up, and then up, feeling the front of the neck opening up. From here, let's make the chin go over to the diagonal where the wall and the ceiling meet. Up and over to the other side. And while you're taking this, we're going to do it 4 total times over to the right. Notice how you start stretching out the front of your neck and the sides of your neck. We have 2 more. Up and over. Maintaining the spine straight over to the left with the head. And last time, up and over. And up and over. Good, let's come to the chin to the ceiling position and come to your neutral position. And now let's just go over to the right, straight to the right, and we have this semicircle over to the left. Now where you're going to feel this is more in the middle of that neck area. Here we go, over and to the left. Repeat, over to the right, breathing. And over to the left, opening up in the sides of the neck there. And we have 1 more, over, breathing, and over to the left. Come back to neutral, make sure that divine flesh is still right out from underneath you and your back is strong and tall. And let's drop the chin down and repeat that swing. So from here, we're swinging the chin over to the right shoulder. So we're feeling what happens in the back of the neck now over to the left shoulder. Dropping down, around, and to the right. And you might feel some sort of crinkles or little noises in the back of your neck as you open up here and release some of the blocks you may have or tensions you may have been holding in the back of your neck. And last time, swing it over to the right, and then swing it down and over to the left. Good, drop your chin down and bring your head up to an upright position. Let's make our heads go straight forward, so we're pushing our chins forward, and now we're gonna move and put the chins back, and repeat, forward and back. Many of us do this chin forward position, especially when we're driving in sort of difficult situations, and back, and front, and back. Sometimes we don't release it, so going back is really helpful to release that. And come back to a neutral position and just slide that head side to side. Let's bring your shoulders up and press them down. Reach them up and press them down. 2 more. Lift up and press them down. And once more, lift them up and press them down. Now we're going to bring the shoulders forward by trying to separate our shoulder blades away from each other, and then squeeze the shoulder blades together as we bring the shoulders to the back. And reaching forward with the shoulders and pressing back with the shoulders. So see how that coordinates with the shoulder blades. The shoulder blades open as your shoulders come front, and then they squeeze closer together as the shoulders go to the back. And we have 1 more. And front, coming forward, and coming to the back. Excellent. Release and just sort of shimmy the shoulders out. Hopefully that feels like your shoulders have released somewhat. And we're going to take a twist. We're going to take the back of the hand of the left hand there and put it against the knee or just slightly above the knee, and take the right arm and bring the arm forward. Now you're feeling the shoulder blades go away. Lift up. As we circle to the back, we're going to feel the shoulder blades may come together a bit, especially that back one. So from here, again, reaching forward, lift up, twist. Use the hand against that thigh to help you twist in the spine and reach forward. Lift up, twist, and reach back. And last time, come forward, lift up, twist, and reach to the back. Good. Let's come back to center and switch legs. We'll take that to the other side. Notice if this side feels like it's maybe expanded or opened up a little bit more. And here we go. Taking the right hand behind the outside of that leg, and we're going to reach the left arm forward. Feeling the shoulder blades go away, lift. And now as you twist, you can feel the shoulder blades sort of squeezing together as you get that arm behind you. And obviously you're going to feel this not just in the shoulder blades and the arm and the shoulder area, but it will be reflected in the lower spine as well. Good, we have two more. Opening up, lift. And then as you shift and press with that hand and twist as far back as you can feel the shoulder blades coming together a little bit more, particularly the back one. And reach, lift, up, open, twist. And come down. Excellent. Okay, let's take a little moving side to side in our rib cage, kind of working down from our heads. And then let's do a little bit more work with those rib cages. We're going to go into a figure eight position here. So we're going to push the chest forward, circle around to the right, and all the way to the back with the rib cage. And then we're going to come forward, straight through, circling around to the other side. And around. We're going to take a total of 4 of those coming front. Circle around and back, come through and front. See if you can expand the range of motion as we go into the third and fourth time. Coming forward. You may find that you're getting a little bit more of an undulation through that spine. And come front and over to the side. Good. And back, coming through, here's our last one, going front. Circle it around, using the hands to help you here, get more range of motion. And front, and circle it around. Good. And come to the back, and come to an upright position. Let's reverse that. We're going to go to the left, so we're going to the back first. Back with the rib cage, around to the left. Now to the front. And now we're going to go straight through to the back, and push. Around, breathe. So we're trying to release any kind of tightness in our rib cage. And what that will do is help us to have more expanded breath and space for our lungs to breathe. And come to the front. And 2 more sets. Go to the back, circle around, coming to the front. Beautiful. And back, circling around. And going to the front, last set. Here we go. Back, circle over to the left, all the way around front. You may find that your range of motion has really grown. Back, circle around and to the front. Beautiful. And then release. And once again, just shimmy out a little bit. Okay, let's work on our lower back. So from here, I'm going to have you turn to the side. We got the divine flesh out from underneath us, and our backs are truly straight, our knees are bent, and we're going to just work through that lower spine. So using the core muscles, the abdominal muscles, we're going to tighten them as we stretch out that lower back, and then push through and roll back up. Let's take that again. Roll it back and push through. And roll it up. So now we're really focusing on that lower spine. Obviously, everything else that we've moved and opened up, mid-spine, upper spine, neck area is going to follow. And here we go. Back, breathe, and push through and come up. Excellent. Now from here, we're going to twist. So we've got this arm going out to the outside. This arm is going to come out. And we're going to take that diagonal sort of spine undulation that we just worked on with that lower spine. But we're in this twisted position. Knees stay straight up to the ceiling. So we're going to go back, tilting and using the abdominals, then push through and come up. Repeat that 3 more times. Roll it back. We're trying to keep our knees straight up to the ceiling. So we're going to get not only some work here on our lower back, opening it up, but you're going to find that some of the oblique abdominal muscles get a chance to be part of this work here. And going back. Breathe. And push and roll up. Excellent. Let's come back to the other side. So we're taking the arm that was out, putting it on outside of the knee, reach that arm up, and here we go. Lower back is going back out to the diagonal. We've got the abdominals engaging there, and push and roll up, and allow the spine to ripple. And coming to the back, knees stay straight up. Lower back goes out, engaging the abdominals, and come back up. 2 more. And lower back, engaging those abdominals. Yep, good. And push through and come up. And as I said, on the other side, you may feel this in the oblique muscles in your torso as well. Push and come up. Good. Let's come to the upright position and stretch our legs out. Hands behind. We're going to flex the feet, push through the balls of the feet and point. Toes come up. Legs pushing out. Balls of the feet and point, and toes come up and flex. 2 more sets. Balls of the feet and point and toes and flex. Last time. Balls of the feet, point. Toes come up and flex. Good. Shake those legs out. Let's go back into a pointed position with the toes. We're in a parallel position. Divine flushes out. Arms come up. We're going to swing our arms behind us as we fold into a diagonal line. So from here, reach, and we're folding. We're getting into the upper hamstrings there, and then come upright. Again, you will find that you can work the core here, holding onto the abdominals as we go into that diagonal line with the spine, and lift up. 2 more. Reach, press, and out, and lift, and come up. And we're folding from the crease in front of the hips there to get that diagonal line. Good. And come up. We're going to flex the feet and repeat. So we're lifting up out of the hips, coming to that fold in the hips, reach the hands behind, and we have a diagonal line. This is going to increase the stretch in the backs of the legs, and lift up. Breathing, reach arms behind. Diagonal line with the body, lift, and come up. 2 more. Reach and flat. It's just a little stretch in those hamstrings. Good. And reach and come back over to that diagonal line and come upright. Good. Point the feet. Let's lift up. We're going to go into the diagonal line. Arm is not going to slide behind us. We're going to the diagonal line, feeling the fold in the hip, in the front of the hip, and then hands come down and our bodies will curve over. So here's a deeper stretch for not only the hamstrings, but also the lower spine. Let's take 4 deep breaths. Inhale. Exhale and reach the hands front. Hands are down. Again, deep breath in. Exhale, inch the hands out. If you can, elbows are down, shoulders are relaxed. We're trying to fold the body over the legs to increase the stretch in the hamstrings as well as that lower spine. Breath in. Exhale, inching out, slowly getting a little bit lower. Elbows are dropped, heads are dropped, shins are towards the chest. And last time, inhale, exhale, and reach all the way out there as far as you can get. Allowing the muscles to open up and lengthen in the backs of the legs and also the spine. Good. Reach the arms out, try and flatten through that back and come up. Right. Let the arms come down and just shimmy around in the hips and the shoulders and the heads, feet. Okay. We're going to take the same thing with a flexed position. So again, reset yourself so that you have the divine flesh out from underneath you. You're stacking that spine truly straight. And let's go back over and repeat that stretch with the flexed feet. So we're going to start in that diagonal line with the spine, and then allow the arms to drop as we fold from the hips, hands come down. This is going to increase the stretch in the backs of the hamstrings. Heads are loose, shake them out, chin to the chest. Deep breath in. As we exhale, see if you can inch the fingers out a little bit more. So we're increasing that hamstring stretch there. Breath in. Exhale, hands inch out, dropping the body over. 2 more. Inhale. Exhale, reach and stretch. Lengthening through the spine as well as the legs.
And last time, deep breath in. Exhale and reach. Elbows are bent, shoulders are down, chin is towards the chest. Feel the length that you're creating in the legs and in the spine. This time, let's roll up through the spine. We can walk our hands in, and we're realigning the spine by rolling up through the spine and opening up some of the spaces in between the vertebra and come upright. Good, and shake the legs out. Okay, we're going to slide back and put our weight into the elbows here. Our lower back is trying to be on the floor. Our feet are pointed, our chins are down to the chest, and our legs are parallel. And we're going to bring that front leg in, holding onto the abdominals, lift the leg up to use that stretch we just used, and then slowly lowering down. And I want you to be slow as you lower down because here's some core work that we can get going. And again, keeping the lower back into the floor, the abdominals engaged, lift that leg up, stretch it, good, and come down. We're trying not to sink in the shoulders. We want to keep the shoulders lifted up as we slowly lower that leg down. 2 more. Come up, lift, extend, and lower down. Good. 1 more time on this leg. And lift, come up, stretch it up. Excellent. And reach it out and down. Check your position here. We're parallel with the legs. Our shoulders are lifted up. Chins are dropping to our chest as we lift the other leg in. Lengthen it up. Bottom leg stays pointed and stays anchored into the floor as we slowly lower down. Feeling that in our abdominals, in our core. And lift up, breathe. Good. Coming all the way down, breathing, and let it come to the floor. 2 more. And in, lift. Lower back is trying to go to the floor. As you engage the abdominals, stretch, lengthen, all the way down. And last time. Lift it up, breathe, all the way up, excellent. Drop it down, controlling it as it goes down, excellent. Good. Use your hands to push upright. And let's take 1 more reach over with our feet pointed. Lift up. We're going into that fold. This time it should feel a little bit easier, going all the way down. Excuse me, let that head go. We're going to roll up and slide all the way back. And just settle in there, wiggle around a little bit. I'm going to sneeze. Excuse me. From here, we're going to take our front leg and lift it up. Put the heel down and then put the back heel onto the floor as the knee bends. And then really inch out with that spine. Arms are out to the side. Drop the knees over to the front. And we're going to take another little hip stretch here. So we're going to take a deep breath in and push that top hip up to the diagonal to maintain the back shoulder as much as you can on the floor, although it does want to lift some. And release it and let it come back. So we're rocking the hips back. Push the hips forward. Reach those hips to the diagonal, lengthening through this front part of our body, maybe from the knees, through the thighs, lower back, all the way up towards the shoulder. And release. We have 2 more. Breath in. Exhale. Push and press. Right out there. Good. And release. And let's take 1 more. Deep breath in. Exhale. Press that hip forward. So this should feel pretty much like you've opened up this whole area in the hip from the knee to the shoulder. We're going to add a little more weight by taking the other leg, lifting it up, putting the heel in a flex position there, and dropping the knee down with the weight of that underneath leg there. So that should deepen that stretch that you feel through that whole hip area. Good. Release it. Drop that leg down. Come back to the neutral position. You'll notice that that side that we stretched feels different than the one we had not. So let's take it to the other side. Dropping both legs to the side here. And from here, deep breath in. Press that hip up on the diagonal line. Again, this shoulder might want to lift. It's okay if it lifts some, but you want to really try to aim towards keeping it down so you can get that full diagonal stretch from the knee up through the core and then out towards that shoulder. And release and let the hips rock back. Repeat. Press and push. Way out there. Good. And release and let it go. 2 more. And press that hip up. Stretch it out. How far up can you make that hip go? You're getting an arc in your lower back. And release it. And here's our last one. Pressing it up. Lengthening through that line. Now, bottom leg is going to come up. Flex that foot. And allow the weight of that foot against the outside of the thigh there. Press down and allow more of a stretch to happen in that hip area. Breathing through it. Good. Release. Bring the legs up. And just notice how it feels there in your hips. You may want to wiggle the hips side to side, but you've really opened up both sides equally. Let's roll to the side once again, knees bent, and we're coming and rolling up to sit to an upright position. Excellent. Okay, let's come back to our starting position with our knees bent, and we're going to drop the knees over to the side. And again, we're going to do some more hip work here. So we're going to push our hip forward, the top hip forward. Now bring the knee up to the chest. And now we're going to open and rotate the leg out and bring that knee down. And then we're going to open it to the side and bring it up and over. So we're basically doing a figure 8. So we'll go down, push it forward, lift it up, open it out and drop it down. Carry that knee out to the side. So we're opening the inside thigh here, up and around and come back down again. So the rotation is in here, coming to the side, lifting it up. Rotation is out. Drop it and reach it to the side, up and around. We have one more. So you can feel that that hip is really getting some good opening in this figure 8 position that we're doing with our legs. Drop it down, carry it to the side, lift it up and over and then back down. Good. Straighten the legs out. Sometimes doing a figure 8 like that is a little exhausting for the muscles because they're not used to functioning that way. But notice that this hip now feels like it's more open. Maybe that leg feels longer than the other one. Let's take it to the other side. Knees bent. Drop the knees over to the side. Stack them up. Torso stays basically facing front. And elbows are slightly bent. And we're pushing that hip forward. Lifting it up. Knee to the chest, dropping it down, opening it to the side. This first one might feel like you're not getting very much of a motion there. Up and come down. Repeat. Going to the front. With that hip, lift, knee goes to the chest. Drop it in that rotated out position. Good. And reach out to the side, opening the inside thigh, coming up and around. And it might be that one side feels more comfortable than the other. Drop down, reach to the front with that hip. Lift it up, coming down in that position and open, lift and over and close. And we have one more. Push it to the front as far forward as you can. Lift it up. Honestly, as you're working with the hip, you're also getting some work in that spine, lower spine. Open it to the side. Excellent. Lift it up, coming in, and close it. Good. And then come straight up and sit and see if you've equalized this a little bit more. Let's just rock side to side with our legs glued together. So we're lifting the hip up and drop and lifting the hip up. Repeat. Down and lift. And down and up. See if you can add an arm with a little balance. Here we go. We balance and balance. Good. Repeat. And balance. Reach. Hips are still lifting. And out. Perfect. Good. Okay, opening the legs out. Get the divine flesh out from underneath you. Let's take a roll. Our legs are going to stay pointed there. And we're going to roll that hip, allowing the upper body to go with you. So again, we're working through the hip, and we're seeing how that affects this whole core area. And drop down. Let's repeat that. So we're rolling it
Here's our second one. And center. And roll. This leg stays as your anchor leg. And come back. And roll it. And come back. Let's switch to the other side. Here we go. Anchor leg, working leg. And roll it. Good. And come back. And roll it. And come back. And roll. See if you can exaggerate what happens in that hip. So your torso is starting to move a little bit more. And neutral. Here we go. Last time. Roll it. And come back up. Excellent. Close the legs out, beat the legs together. Bring the legs together. Once again, hands behind. We're going to open the right knee. So again, we're getting a little bit of a stretch in the inside thigh and straight toward these. Reach it out and up. Coming out to the side and lift. Here's our fourth one. Reach it out. And up. Let's take it to the other side and open. Feel that inside thigh, get a stretch there and lift. 3 more. And out. And close. Shoulders are down. Keeping the back straight. And up. And reach out. And up. Let's do one more. I've kind of lost my count there, so maybe we have an extra one on this side. And up. Good. Coming back to the right side. Out. Flex the foot. In that rotated position, you're going to drive that leg out. So this leg is parallel. This one's rotated at the hips. Coming back in, bring the knee back, and see if you can open the thigh a little bit more. Drive it out. Push through the heel. Good. And come in and open the knee. We've got 2 more. Driving it out. Push. Way out there. Excellent. And coming in. And opening the thigh, and last time, driving it out, push, good, and coming back in, and opening the knee. Let's come back to an upright position. Check that you have the divine flesh out from underneath you, your elbows are slightly bent, your shoulders are down, your backs are straight, left side, out, flex the foot, push through the heel, keeping that leg rotated out, and the standing leg or the anchor leg is staying with the knee bent to the ceiling. And open up and open that knee a little bit more if you can. 3 more. Push it out. Way out there. Good. And coming in and opening that knee. Reach it out. Heel drives out. Leg straightens. Good. And come in. Opening that knee. And last time. Drive it out. Push. Way out there. Good. And come in and open that knee. Might be a little farther out to the side than when you started. Come back upright. Let's go back to the right leg. We're going to rotate the leg, flex that foot, reach it out, and now we're going to push through the ball of foot into a pointed position. Keeping the foot pointed, we're going to roll in the hip, bringing that leg rotating in, rotating out. Rotate it in. So we're getting a chance to really focus on this right hip and rotate it in, rotate it out. Last time, rotate it in and rotate it out. Coming through the ball of foot, flex, drive the heel in as you open up that knee and come to an upright position. Let's take it to the other side. And like out, flex that foot, pushing it out in this rotated position. Shoulders are down, ball of the foot and point. Now rotating at the hip, in and out. Does it feel any different than the other side? We all are slightly asymmetrical. And out, so you may find that one side feels easier to perform this rotation and in and out than the other leg. Let's do it one more time, in and out. Balls of the feet to flex, coming to an open position there and bringing the legs together. Good. Reaching the legs out, and let's just beat the thighs out for a little bit. Okay, let's sit back a little bit more and bring our right leg up and shoot it out to the side. making sure you sit up tall. We're going to bring the left leg in and now try and hop it out to the side and bend the knee in. And we can inch that foot behind you. This hip is off the floor here. This leg is all on the floor. So we're going to work again through this hip here. And we're going to push that hip forward as our upper bodies rotate towards the long leg. And then push that hip back, and our upper bodies are going to go towards the back. And again, push it, roll it. So again, we're doing some hip work, and push it and going to the back. 2 more. Roll it, push it. Good. And allow it to come back as the torso follows. And last time, pushing through the hip. Rotation. Foot is pointed on the long leg and back. Good. Come back to neutral position. Now we're going to open up our shoulders. Our hips will be lifted slightly off the floor there. That's fine. This foot is pointed. Shoulders go in line with this leg as we reach the arm out and bring the elbow down and try and bring that top arm over our heads so that we feel a side body stretch. You may also feel a stretch on the hamstring of the long leg, but really focus on that side body stretch. Good. Now we're going to twist our bodies down towards the leg. One arm goes in front, one goes behind, and we're folding from the crease in the hip and drop the head down. And now is where we're really focusing on the hamstring stretch. Head is loose. Make sure it's really, you can shake it out to make sure it's loose. Bring the back hand back to the leg. Twist the torso, making the shoulders go up and down. One up to the ceiling, the other down towards the leg, and reach that arm once again over and feel that increased side body stretch. Good. We're going to go back down and stretch the hamstring. Elbows go down, heads go down. Trying to really fold over as much as you can to increase the stretch in the hamstring. Making sure you're still breathing. 2 more sets. Back hand. Twist the body. Reach the arm up and over. You might find it can get quite a bit over. Really opening up that side body stretch, lower spine area. Coming back down. Elbow, other arm, drop and fold. Really enjoying how much of a range of motion you've increased here. And here's our last set. Hand, back hand goes onto that leg, reach, twist the shoulders up and over, and you might get way out there. Really feeling long in the spine as well as the leg. And then twist towards the leg, drop the arms down on either side, and head goes down. In this position, let's work with the feet again to increase the stretch. So we're going to let the toes come up and flex out through the heels. So you may find that your torso has to come up a little bit to accommodate this increased stretch. And then go back into your point, ball the foot and point. Toe comes up and press out through the heel, trying to lengthen the spine along the legs, relax the shoulders. Balls of the feet and point. Toes come up and flex, breathing. Balls of the feet and point. Last time, toes come up and flex. Good. Balls of the feet and point. From here, we're going to walk ourselves up, rolling up through our spine, and then help the back leg to come to the front leg. And then just notice how each of the legs will feel different because they've been stretching in different places. And let's take that to the other side. So bring the legs together, lifting up, bent knee, taking the left leg, opening it out to the side, hopping this leg back, and then dropping the knee down. And if you need to position yourself so that this knee stays on the mat, please do that. And then push the knee back as far as you can feel comfortable with. With this leg being straight, foot is pointed, this hip is off the floor. And let's just work through the hip like we did on the other side. So we're pushing the hip forward. Our torso is going to move towards and past that front leg. And then hip comes down and our torso is going to reflect that. We have 3 more. Rolling through that hip, stretch, reach, press. And hip comes back and drop it down. 2 more. Breathe, push. See if you can create some real smooth motion through that hip. And push, and the back will reflect that. The spine will reflect that. And here's our last one. Pushing forward all the way. Letting the torso move around. And then come back and press it to the back. Good. Come back to a neutral position. So you're not all the way back. There's still going to be some space there. Backhand comes onto the long leg. Twist the shoulders so they're going in line with this leg, and reach the arm down along the leg as the other one comes up and over. And here we are in that side body stretch. Feet are pointed on this long leg. Lengthen through that side. Good. Front hand, top hand comes down in front, bottom hand goes out to the back, and fold from the hips to increase the stretch in the hamstrings. Heads are down. Make sure you continue to breathe. Back hand comes back onto the leg. Twist the shoulders. One goes down, one goes up, and reach that arm up and over. How far over can you get? Really lengthening out. Good. Take that twist. Once again, you're folding from the crease in the hip, one arm in front, one behind, and allow the body to drop. Chin goes down towards the chest to increase the stretch in the hamstring of the long leg. Third time. Hand on the leg. Twist the shoulders. Open the arm up. Lengthen the arm all the way out as far as you can. Try not to let it be bent, and try not to let the shoulders collapse there. You want to keep the shoulders one up, one down, so you can truly get a nice stretch on the side body there. Good. Dropping down. Hand goes down in front, one behind. Feel the crease in the hips as you fold over. Last time. Arm, twist, reach, lift. How far over can you get? Maybe quite a bit farther out. You might even find that your fingers are out past your toes. So you really lengthen that side body. Excellent. And then take the twist, folding from the hips, drop down, and lengthen through the spine as well as the hamstring. We're going to stay in this position, keeping long. We're going to curve the toe up and go into our flex position. As on the other side, this is going to deeply increase the stretch on the hamstring. So you may find you have to lift the torso up just a little bit. Ball of the foot and point, and try and lower down through the torso. Repeat. Toes up. Flex. Drive out through the heel. Push through the balls of feet and point. Toes come up. Flex out through the heel, lengthening out through the heel, trying to increase the hamstring stretch. And then balls of the feet and point. And we have one more. Toes come up and flex. Push out. And then, once again, balls of foot and point. And let's roll up through the spine by walking the hands up. And then help the back leg to come to the front leg. And just as you sit there, you may feel like you've really upright, your spine is able to stay in that upright position more easily, and that the legs are more even in terms of their length. Okay, let's change up a little bit here and go onto our hands and knees. And we're going to just curl the toes under and press back using your hands into a squat, a deep squat here to stretch out those Achilles. Then rocking forward, so we're stretching out the instep into the toes. And rock back, press. And come forward and stretch those toes. Two more, and rock it back. All the way out, good. And come forward, stretching out the bottoms of those feet. And last time, push it back. Press, and coming forward and stretch out. Now we're going to go all the way back, moving our hands pretty far back, and see how far down you can get those heels. And as the hands come back in, we're going to go into a forward fold, standing forward fold. Lifting the hips up, press the heels down, heads go down. Your weight is more on the balls of your feet, not on the heels. Shake that head no. Shake the head yes. Shake the head no. Shake the head yes. Good. Let's go back into our squat. Trying to keep our heels on the floor if we can. Maybe we have to lift them up a
Breath in. Exhale, heels go down and hips go up, heads go down. Let's make a folded position with our elbows. It's like a picture frame and drop our heads down. So we feel the length of the spine from the hip flexors down towards our elbows and the length of our legs from backs of the thighs all the way down to our feet. Really lengthening out. Good, hands come down, bend the knees, go back into your squat. And from here, again, deep breath in, exhale, lift, hips up, heads down. Let's bring our hands behind us. Make sure you don't rock to the heels. Bring your hands, clasp them together, and reach them behind you. So now, again, we're getting a deepened stretch in the hamstrings. And we're also opening up through the shoulder blades there. Good. Swing the arms down. Come back into your squat one more time. Breathing. Inhale. Exhale. And go back up into your forward fold position. Heads down. Take your hands, clasp them together. Gently put them behind the back of your neck. And then gently press the head towards the knees. Weight stays on the balls of your feet more than the heels. And allow the additional opening that you may be feeling in the hamstrings. Remember, we're folding from the crease in the hip there. Good. And come back down, bend the knees, and let's go into our hands and knees position. And let's take a little bit of balancing here. So make sure that the hips are right over the knees and the shoulders are over the wrists. And we're going to take our front leg out, pointing the foot, and our back arm forward. So we're going to hold on to the core and feel that nice balance that we're getting there. Reaching out in each direction. Feeling the security of your balance from this front hand into the floor and the lower part of the leg on the back leg there. Reaching, reaching, reaching. Good. Bring it in and bring the knee down. Let's take it to the other side. Stretch that leg out, foot points. Front arm goes forward. Reaching out in opposite directions, feeling the pressure of the hand and the lower leg into the floor to help maintain this length. Feel the core engaging. You might have one side that feels less secure than the other, but we want to try and continue so we stay in equilibrium from one side to the other. Good. Coming back down, and this time we're going to repeat it with flexed hand and feet. So we're going to press out through the heel. Reach the arm out and flex out through the heel of the hand there. So heel of hand, heel of foot. Going out in opposite directions, core is working. Breathing through this. Feeling the pressure of the hand and the lower leg into the floor to help you maintain your balance here. Good. Coming in and down. Let's take it to the other side. Back foot flexes out as the leg goes out. Front arm, heel of the hand presses out. So we're reaching out. Make sure that you're not lifting the shoulders up. We are making the shoulders stay down and in the line. Reaching out in both directions. Hand and heel, keeping the core engaged. Reach. Good. And come down. Excellent. Let's push back into child's pose for just a moment. Dropping down, heads are loose. Nice and easy. Take a couple deep breaths. And release. Good. Let's come back up into our hands and knees position. Maybe move our hands a little closer to the edge of the mat. Curl the toes under and we're going to go into a down dog. Press those heels down. We've done quite a bit of work in our spine and also the hamstrings, so you should feel fairly comfortable in this position. We're going to lift the heels up so you're balancing on the balls of the feet and the toes and press down. Repeat. Lift them up, heels up, and press down. Push the hips up to the ceiling. Feel the length in the spine. Reach up with the heels. Good. And press down. And last time, lift them up. Excellent. And press them down. Now we're gonna lift that front leg up, bend the knee, bring it to the outside of the arm in front of you. From here, we're gonna push through the back foot and bring that foot on the outside of the other arm, and then come up and reach up. So we've done a complete stretch all the way up to the standing position, legs are out. And now we're gonna take our hands and flex them, bring them to the front as we arc back with our upper body. So we're moving our spine to curved position and keeping our legs right where they are, opening up through the front of the spine. Come back up, good. Come down, hands come down. Back leg is gonna go to the back. Front leg is going to the back, and then we're gonna press back into down dog. Pressing those heels down, lengthening through the spine. We are gonna take that starting with the other leg again. So that leg's coming up, bend the knee, bring it to the outside of your back hand, and then push and bring this leg here. And then we're gonna roll up through the spine, lift, and come to an upright position. From here, we're gonna bring our hands down in front, flex the hands, arc our bodies to the back, reach all the way back, hips stay front, opening up through the front part of our spine. Good. Coming back up, bend the knees, come down, reversing that, front leg goes to the back leg goes to the back, and let's go back into our down dog. Excellent. Bend the knees down, pushing through the balls of the feet, and go back into child's pose. Heads are dropped. And let's roll up through the spine. Okay, let's face front, and we're going to take an open leg stretch there. So we've been working up to this. Our legs are bent, we're going to open them out. We're going to open up first the left leg to the side and then the right leg to the side. And you want to get the divine flesh up from underneath you. And we're sitting up nice and tall. Let's just rock through those hips. We can feel the additional stretch through the inside thighs there. Feet are pointed. And we're going to take some diagonal line stretches with our torso. We're going to keep both hips on the floor. So from here, feet pointed, divine flesh is up from underneath, shoulders down. We're twisting our upper body towards the right. Still keeping this hip down. We're going to roll down with our head and our shoulders, elbows bend. We're going to roll, continue to roll up on this diagonal line, getting into the fold from the crease of the hip here. And so you're going to find that you've got more of a stretch on the left side body by the spine there, but you're getting a deeper stretch on the inside thighs there. Let's take 4 deep breaths. Inhale, exhale, reach the hands out and lengthen. Breath in, exhale and lengthen. Try to bring those fingers out a little bit more, keeping both hips on the floor. This may be quite a bit of a stretch on that left inside thigh and the left side body. 2 more, breath in, exhale and reach, shoulders are down, elbows are bent. You go to your place that works for you. And last time, deep breath in, exhale and lengthen. Feeling those fingers reaching out, toes reaching out in each direction, hips staying on the floor. And then gently start to rock. Walk yourself up with your hands as you roll up through that spine on that diagonal line. Head's the last thing that comes up. Good. Now we're going to rotate this torso to the other side and repeat. So we're going to drop the head down, shoulders go next, elbows bent, we're on diagonal line. Both hips stay on the floor, and now you have to really focus on that right side, right hip staying on the floor as you walk those hands out. Feet are pointed. Notice where you're feeling the inside thigh stretch as well. Deep breath in. Exhale, reach those fingers out and along the floor. Breath in. And reach. You're folding from the hip flexors, keeping both hips on the floor. Try to shake that head out. Try not to hold any tension in that head. It's dropped. 2 more, breath in. Exhale, reach those hands out. as far out as you can get. And last time, deep breath in and exhale and lengthen. Really enjoying what's opening up. And from here, we're going to slowly roll up as we walk our hands up, opening up through the vertebra and come to an upright position. Here's the last thing that comes up. Good. Let's come back to neutral position so you're straight forward. Flex out through the heels, and now we're going to take a forward fold in the front direction with our heels pressing out. Here we go. And head, upper spine. Feel that opening that's happening in the spine. As you roll out, hands go down, elbows go down, shoulders are loose. Remember, you're working to your extent that works the best for you. Take a deep breath in. As you exhale, reach those hands out and feel the fold happening in the front of the hip there, in the hip flexors. Heels reach out. Deep breath in. Reach the hands out. Heads are loose. 2 more. Deep breath in. Exhale, reaching those hands even farther out. And last time. Deep breath in. Exhale and reach. Long line. Legs out to the side. Body goes forward. And then once again, rolling up by walking the hands in, spine rolls up. Nice and easy all the way. Let that head be slow as it comes up as you resettle all of the vertebra. And then come upright. Good. And then bring the legs together and shake them out. Excellent. Okay, let's come back into a folded knee position here. Keeping the divine flesh out from underneath you. And let's reach the arms up. Breathing in, hands come together. Bring the hands into your heart chakra. And I'd like you to give thanks to your body. Say yay to all of the cells in your body and thank them for helping you to get through this class and use everything that you could benefit from to help your body move through the rest of the day. Thank you. Have a great day. If you like this class, please subscribe to my channel. Take care.